What's up? Herson here, Herson Villatoro. Look, just a fucking thought right now. Creating content is only as hard as you want it to be, right? If you want to create content, whatever is up here is the content, right? If you want to talk about politics, that's up here. You can make a video talking about politics, right? If you want to share your mindset, right? I do both, right? I do politics, mindset. I haven't been doing business a lot, but that's going to be coming out soon for my business, Stuff in Pockets, right? But look, creating content is only as hard as you want it to be. Look, you've got to market yourself, right? If people don't know who you are, how are you going to support and fund yourself, right? Some people want to retire their families. Some people want to fucking buy a car, right? Some people want to get famous without any money motivation, right? Me personally, I want to retire my parents. I want to be able to fund my kids, right? If my kids want to go to college to be a lawyer, I want to be able to pay for that in cash, right? I want to be able to move when I want to move, go where I want to go without the worry of fucking not having the money, right? And this content stuff will help you out, right? Look, I can't guarantee to you that it will help you out, but I can definitely say for certain that if you don't do it, right, you are missing out on a lot of marketing, right? Every business markets. Every single business does marketing, right? Why can't you market as a personal person, right? I create content and I don't worry about, right, the monetization of the content, right? I say what I want to say. If YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, they want to monetize me, cool. They're going to monetize me, right? But I'm not going to, censor myself and say what I have to say the right way in order to get monetized on there. Because this content is not for me to make money off of, right? It's to get people to know me. Why don't people know you, right? What's your excuse for people not knowing you, right? I don't like using Snapchat, fucking social media. I don't believe social media is good for humanity, right? What is your excuse? I don't have the time, right? Look, content is only as hard as you want it to be, right? Time, just think of something and fucking record it, right? Shit, something I do all the time is write my ideas down, right? Any single thought I have when it comes to my personal accounts, which most of what I post is on mindset and different philosophies I have on life, right? I'll write that stuff down, right? If you check out my journal right here, just a bunch of content ideas, right? I've probably got, let's see, how many pages do I got up in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 pages worth of content for my personal accounts, right? Probably have another 2 for politics, another 2 pages for business content, right? It's only as hard as you want it to be, right? As you stack up a list of content ideas, right? Like this one right here. This one I'm talking about, I don't think I have it on here, but yeah. It was just a thought I had. I was reading this book called Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk, right? I'm going to put a picture of it right up here. That book is fantastic for social media, right? Like this right here. You can use the same content for different social media platforms, right? This right here, this long form video is going on YouTube, right? And I take out short clips, post them on Instagram and TikTok, right? And then I come up with like a 1 sentence, 2 sentence phrase or quote or something to get people to think at least the way I think, right? To try to convince people to fucking, more people to market themselves on social media, right? And I'll put that on Twitter, right? Behind the scenes, going on Snapchat, right? Content is only as hard as you want it to be. You don't need all this crazy equipment, right? I'm using my phone, right? I was about to try to record my phone right now, recording me, right? To show you that, oh wait, I got a mirror right here, right? Mirror right there. If you see the phone, I don't know if you can see the phone, right? There we go. phone right there. Look, it's only as hard as you want it to be, right? You got years of experience in life, right? I've got 20 years worth of experience in life, and I probably have 15 or so years worth of memories, right? And all those memories compiled together tell a story about who I am, right? I've had my car repossessed. I've been drowning in credit card debt. I've gone to juvenile hall. I've been in the Marine Corps boot camp. I moved to Miami on my own with my car, and I lived in my car for a month, right? I invested in a fucking Ponzi scheme, right? These stories you have are your content, right? If you want to market yourself, if you want to be able to fund your family, if you want to be able to retire young, if you want to be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do, you have to market yourself so people know you for what you do and people come to you for what you do, right? If you're a mechanic and you're not using social media, how do you expect people to find you any other way than driving by your mechanic shop, right? Look, my business is not even a business where anybody can just come in and buy something from me, right? There is a list of people that I can work with. I can't even get in contact with them all, right? And I know who I can work with, right? I have their names, right? And I know that they don't need the money to pay me because my business is in asset recovery, right? So I recover money for clients that they lost or it's abandoned, right? Like bank accounts that are abandoned for 3 years, insurance policies that don't go to the beneficiaries, escrow accounts that don't go to the buyer or seller depending on the circumstances, right? Stocks that get abandoned, royalties that don't get cashed, checks that don't get cashed, wages, salaries, payroll, etc., right? I recover that money for people, and I only get paid after the fact, right? After the money is recovered, I get paid a percentage, right? In California is my place, right? Not anybody can just come to me and ask me to recover their funds, right? I do not spend my time trying to look for people's money. I spend my time trying to get in contact with people that I know have abandoned money. Some people call it, if you go on missingmoney.com, you can find it. If you go on naupa.com, you can also find it. If you go on, seo.ca.gov, you can find exactly what it is that I do. Yeah. But the point is, right, the way I'm using social media for that business to help me out in that business is to build trust with people when I cold call them, right? Because my business is straight cold calls, right? Fucking cold calls on skip trace phone numbers. There's a lot of dead numbers. There's a lot of wrong numbers, right? In order to do this, you got to have some thick skin, right? And most of the people that I get in contact with either don't believe me, think I'm a scam, want to recover it themselves because they can. You can recover money for yourself, right? What other things are there? What other objections do I get? They're the wrong person. They never lived at the address that's reported. A bunch of reasons why people don't want to work with me, right? They come up with reasons why not to work with me. Either they don't trust me, they don't trust the information, or they don't trust that I can do it better than them, right? So this content is all for getting those people that I cold call to, if they don't immediately want to do it, even if they immediately want, for everyone I cold call, right? Might as well just say that everyone that I cold call, I can let them know that I'm on social media. I don't have to send them a link, right? I can just tell them, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on, what the fuck else is there? What the fuck else am I on? I'm on TikTok, right? All these things have different forms of content that I post, right? I'm starting to, what's it called? What's the word? Morph my content for each platform, right? So like Twitter, I don't post videos on there like this one, right? Instagram, I won't post this long form video. I'll just get clips out of it of things that I like in like 5-second bits, 10-second bits. and then post them on Instagram and TikTok, right? Instagram and TikTok aren't really that different in terms of my type of content, right? Pretty much post the same content on there. But there's different people that spend more time on TikTok and different people that spend more time on Instagram. So, but I'll figure it out, right? YouTube, long form video. TikTok and Instagram, short form video. Twitter, short sentences. YouTube, long form video. SoundCloud, straight audio. Like if you want to listen to me in your car, I put my short form clips on there. Motivational clips is mostly what I do on SoundCloud, right? Motivational audios. When I film like 10-second videos, 30-second videos, 60-second videos, take the audio out, get the MP3 file, and put it up on SoundCloud, right? I listen to myself sometimes, right? Because even me, with everything that I know of that's in my brain, I forget the shit I say, right? These 10 pages worth of content ideas that I got in my journal, I don't think about them every single day, right? Like this right here, I was not thinking about, well, I was actually, this is a lot of what I think about social media, but right here, I got one that says money is easy, but you make it hard, which was something I got out of a book called The Hard Way by Brad Lee. I'm going to put a picture of it right here, right? So money is easy, but you make it hard, right? I have made over $1,000 off of an hour worth of work in my business, right? Money is easy. But when you don't realize that money is easy, it's going to be hard, right? And if you've been grown up, if you've been being raised to think that money is hard, it's going to be hard, right? Because you believe it. And then as your reticular activating system, RAS, the filtering system in your brain, that shit is going to look for reasons to validate that belief, right? If you start noticing a lot of blue cars going around, a lot of people buy a new car that they don't see often on the street, and then they buy it and then realize it's everywhere, right? That's the reticular activating system in action, right? If you think the same thing works in your beliefs, right? In your mindset, in your philosophies, right? If you believe money is hard, you're going to look for your brain, your reticular activating system is going to look for reasons to validate that belief, right? But if you start to think money is easy, your reticular activating system is going to look for reasons money is easy, right? I made over $1,000 with an hour worth of work, right? A 20-minute phone call at first, maybe 2 10-minute phone calls later. I spent about 10 minutes filling out the contracts, filling out the agreements, mailing it out. I probably spent 30 seconds depositing the check. An hour of work, and I made $1,253, something like that, right? This was back last year. I haven't focused enough on stuff in pockets, right? But I have made that much money with that amount of time, right? And no one is my boss, right? Money is easy. But see, I went onto a bit of a tangent here, right? I was talking about social media and content, not money, right? Because I'm not the guy yet to be asking about money advice, right? Even though I do believe that the advice I would give is in the right direction, I can't tell you that I have money, right? My bank account is probably like at fucking $2 right now, with a second bank account at like $13, which is called the vault, right? The vault is the place where I store 10% of my money to save, right? Sometimes I take it all out of there. But yeah, I'm broke as a fucking joke, right? I'm not the guy to be getting money advice from. But I can tell you that the advice I get on money is from rich people, right? I listen to people like Grant Cardone, owns, last I knew, $5 billion worth of large apartment buildings. Chris Cron, he's got a bunch of single family residential real estate. There's people like Graham Stephan, right? He was a real estate agent, invests a lot in the stock market. I don't really listen to him that much anymore, right? The advice I get about money has changed over time. So, Now I listen to like people at the top. Not people at the top. I don't listen to like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg about money. I listen to more like people that are really high up and they talk more about money than they do about other things, right? Like Elon Musk, I don't hear him talking much about money. But Grant Cardone, that is literally a lot of what he talks about. So I listen to more people that talk a lot about money. But content, I wouldn't have found out about Grant Cardone if it weren't for his social media, right? Found him out through an interview, found him out through people talking shit about him on YouTube, and then I found his social media page, all of his social media pages, I think. Probably, I know I followed his Instagram, I subscribe to him on YouTube, watch his content, right? Great content, motivational, money, sales, business, hiring and firing, right? Managing people, all that. Even on social media, he talks about social media, all that stuff. Business type of stuff, right? I wouldn't have found out about him if it weren't for his social media, right? I wouldn't have found out about Chris Cron if it weren't for social media. I wouldn't have learned anything I know about money today if it weren't for social media. First time I heard about money, first time I learned anything about money, my bad for that, was I was sitting in juvenile hall. Not juvenile hall exactly, but I was in a probation camp after juvenile hall. I was in juvenile hall for like 3 months. Fourth time in juvenile hall for about 3 months. And then the judge gave me 3 choices, which was lockdown group home, a place called Kirby, over here in Los Angeles somewhere. They said out-of-state group home and camp, right? Which is kind of like juvenile hall. Camp is kind of like juvenile hall, but a little bit more freedom. Camp group home is a lot of freedom, right? Imagine living in a house with 20 other people your age. That's pretty much what it is. Lockdown group home is kind of like juvenile hall with the aspect of group home. I don't know what it is. I didn't experience lockdown. But going back to what I said, went to camp. I started getting my shit together. Started getting my act together. Stopped fucking around. Stopped not following the rules. So I spent all my time reading, right? I was reading a bunch of fiction books. And then I found this one book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That was the first book I've ever read on money, right? Read the book. Probation officer saw me reading the book and asked me if I knew anything about the stock market. We were talking about the stock market. And I was fucking like mind blown, right? I wrote in my journal a bunch of company names that I wanted to invest in, right? Coca-Cola, Disney, McDonald's, Walmart, Apple, Google, Samsung, fucking JanSport, the backpacks, right? Nike, Vans, the shoes, Honda, Nissan, Toyota, a bunch of shit, right? Facebook, Meta, now, Instagram, Twitter. I just wrote a bunch of names of companies, brands, platforms that I knew of that I can invest in, right? Then I got released maybe 2 months after that in May of 2020. Around June 2020, I actually looked back through that journal that I had in camp, and I saw the list of company names. So I went on TikTok and searched up stock market. That's where I found out about a guy called John E. Finance, right? He's still up on social media today. Damn, I gotta piss. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna censor that out, right? But look. Yeah, Johnny Finance, right? I found out about that guy, Johnny Finance. Found out about Roth IRAs, 401ks, stock market investments. I found out about SEP IRAs, right? All of this, like, stock market, investment, retirement funds type of stuff, right? I found out about the concept of emergency funds. Then I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Found out about some other people. Graham Stephan was one of those. And over time, my money knowledge has grown over time and morphed into different things. I no longer think about retirement funds. I think of building a business that can fund the rest of my life to a point where, like, I can buy yachts and not worry about the money. I can buy fucking Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis and not worry about the money. Fucking own a private jet. Fucking where I can live fucking big, right? So I started listening more to people who got big money, right? Hundreds of millions in revenue, billions of dollars in assets, right? So, yeah. fucking, I was talking about Money is Easy, the book, The Hard Way. But I was really talking about social media. That's what this video was about, right? It's only as hard as you want it to be. This video came up with one small topic, and then I just rambled on, right? If you're still listening to me, I appreciate you still listening to me, right? Because sometimes I wonder, like, do people even care? But then again, sometimes I get like a DM, I get a comment, someone saying, hey, I like your stuff. This is something I needed to hear, right? This guy's smart. He's planning for his future. That one video you posted was powerful, right? I get some comments and DMs like that. I've seen people in person, right? People I know in person. A few, very, very few. But I remember this one memory of this guy in a multi-level marketing company called Primerica, an insurance company. I got there, got connected with a bunch of people there, got a bunch of Instagrams, and then one of those guys who started following me on Instagram, I saw him the next week at one of the night meetings, right? One of the meetings where they take new people in to find out more about the business and why they should go into the business, right? To make money, retire their parents, not have a boss, etc., right? So before the meeting started, I saw this guy. He said, hey, Herson, I really like your content. Your content, that shit is inspiring, right? You got some videos. I love them, right? Those are the people I record for, right? The people that need to hear my content, the people that want to hear my content, and fucking even the people that don't want to see or hear my content, right? So on one side, it's like, I want to help the people that want to be helped. And on the other side is like, I want to annoy the critics and haters and doubters and naysayers, right? Look, I ain't got many haters. I don't have any haters, right? There's some critics that come and go, right? Criticism is what I get. I don't get any hate yet, right? But I'm going to start getting some hate, right? I get critics. Fucking, this guy looks like Boss Baby with an Amish beard was one of them on TikTok, I think. Some guy said, I posted a video about, would you rather have $100 million or wake up tomorrow if you had to choose one or the other? And some guy commented, I'd rather $100 million. I wouldn't consider that criticism. It was just a stupid answer, right? Look, I'm a critic myself. I criticize people, right? But I ignore the criticism that comes to me, depending on the type of criticism. Because, like, some criticism you got to listen to, right? Some criticism is completely correct, right? Like, the guy that said he looks like a Boss Baby with an Amish beard, I agree with that. I had this beard. This was, like, fucking long as fuck right here. What's it called? Goatee. This part right here where my hand is. Just imagine that whole part being full of fucking beard, hair, right? And this shit was all scraggly and shit. I remember I was in juvenile high and this shit was all scraggly. It kind of looked like that, but thicker hair because it's been fucking like 2-3 years since then. But yeah, exactly. What the fuck was I talking about? Critics, right? Some people have said fucking, you don't know what you're talking about. Some people have said, fuck, what else people have said? Some people, someone said once, what was it? This guy says he's going to be remembered for 1 billion years after he dies. This was in regards to when I used to post my daily goals, right? So every morning I write my goals down, like long-term goals, like legacy goals. Like, I'm going to have 300 million employees. I'm going to own 500 million apartment units. I'm going to own a Lamborghini with my face and name on it. I'm going to own a jet with my face and name on it. I'm going to own 100 office buildings for Stuffing Pockets. Stuffing Pockets is going to dominate the state funds industry. I'm going to be recognized by 8 billion people. I'm going to be remembered 1 billion years after I die. I post 24 times per day on all social media. What else do I got? I do 100 million in revenue per year. I've retired my parents. I live in Miami in a high-rise overlooking downtown Miami. I got 3 months worth of expenses saved up, stashed up, stacked up, reserved. What else I got? I work 16 hours a day. I drink a gallon of water every day. I have the most attractive and fit body. Just a bunch of long-term goals, right? Some guy referenced one of those goals, the a billion years one, and then he put a laughing emoji right after. I took it as criticism. It doesn't seem like a compliment, right? The way I read it, but it's probably just perspective. I don't know what the fuck. He was more like a troll than a critic, because he was just commenting on a bunch of my posts, and like in the span of like 5 minutes, I got 20 notifications about this one account, right? Fucking what else have I got? Someone said I was talking about on one of my Facebook videos. You can also find it on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. This one video I was talking about how in the Bible it says God created the world, fucking everything, right, in 7 days. He built it in 7 days, and then he rested the 7th day. And my point on that video was, if you did not work during the 6 days, if you did not reach your full potential in those 6 days, if you did not do everything you could possibly do in those 6 days, you do not deserve that day off, right? So if you don't work 6 days a week, you don't deserve a 7th day off, right? You do not deserve the Sabbath if you don't work 6 days a week, right? If you did not spend the complete 24 hours of those 6 days creating, producing, working, you don't deserve a day off, right? Look, boxers get, like 30 seconds on break, right? How long do you need? Not even 30 seconds. You need a second of break, and not even that. That's way too much, right? But look, I'm not a religious guy right now yet so far. I do read the Bible. I wouldn't say I read the Bible long term. I'm kind of like, I started reading it. I'm currently on Numbers, which is like the 4th or 5th book. The specific Bible I read is I think it's an evangelic version. Is the New Living Translation, right? NLT. The specific Bible is called Every Man's Bible, right? Tailored to men, right? Talks about work, talks about women, talks about family, talks about responsibility, men, things men like gotta know, right? Gotta talk about as men, right? You gotta be responsible, you gotta work, you gotta be ethical, you gotta love your wife, you gotta have kids. The kids part was not verbatim. None of that was verbatim. It's just what, like, this type of stuff I think, not images that I literally have in my fucking coming up right now of exactly what the fuck I saw, right? This is just my own regurgitation of what I saw, right? Of what I read, right? But yeah, the Bible I've been reading is the Every Man's Bible, NLT, New Living Translation. I think it's evangelic, right? Not Roman Catholic, not Orthodox. Evangelic, I think it is. Based on what I saw online about New Living Translation, which religion is New Living Translation, which denomination, right? So I'm not a religious guy, right? But I use this example to make a point that if you're not working 6 days a week, 24 hours a day for those 6 days, and you did not create and produce, right? Another point comes into that. Movement is not progress. I saw that in a video yesterday on someone's Instagram story. No, I think it was someone that followed me. I checked out their account. They posted a bunch of videos. They're a content creator, and they were kind of doing a duet, the TikTok thing where you half the screen is you reacting to the video you're watching, and the other half is the video you're watching, right? So I saw the video, and it was some famous guy. I think he's a black actor. I forgot. I don't know his name, but I know his face, right? If I see his face, I know the face I'm talking about, right? I might as well look for it right now. Well, so the point is, he said, do not confuse movement with progress, right? And that shit was, it makes complete sense, right? Where is this account? It makes complete sense, right? So, all right, fuck it. Shit, my phone fell. Okay, so, if you're not working 6 days a week, 24 hours a day for those 6 days, creating, producing, moving forward, you don't deserve a day off. That was my point. Someone said, look at you. You rest every day, with a laughing emoji. I don't know if he was serious. I don't know if he was just fucking playing around. Fucking, I took it as criticism. So yeah. But that's my point. I want to be in front of that guy's face and annoy him, right? The guy that trolled me fucking on TikTok gave me 20 notifications, fucking just fucking going after me. Fucking, I want to annoy him. Fucking all the critics, I want to annoy them, right? And I want to get some haters, right? So that I can continue to annoy them, right? I want them to see my face every single day and wish, and have them wish they were living the life I'm living, right? That have them wish they were doing the stuff I'm doing, right? Even though I don't want anybody to live the life I'm living right now, right? Unless it's someone that's doing worse off than me, I would love for them to be living a better life, right? I want everybody to live a better life, be successful, fucking do what they want to do, live the life they want to live, have the life they want to have kids so that they can raise them into the types of, to be the next Elon Musk, to be the next John Rockefellers, to be the next George Washingtons, to be the next Christopher Columbuses, right? All that. Be the next Genghis Khans in a ethical way. All of those. But yeah, content creation is only as hard. See, I went on for 31 minutes and 40 seconds with just one thought, which was content is not hard. That was the only thought that came up. Content is not hard. And I went on ranting, rambling, fucking talking for the next 31 minutes, right? Content is not hard, right? If you allow yourself to speak and allow people to hear you out, content is not going to be hard. All right, I'm going to cut this video short. I'm going to cut this video now. I really got to use the restroom. So, really appreciate you listening to me for these past 32 minutes. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you be willing to listen to me with an open mind. If you want to check out my social media, most of it is at Herson J. Villatoro. I talk about mindset, my philosophies. Except on Twitter, the handle is The Real Herson V. And on Snapchat, my handle is Herson Villatoro without the middle initial. I got a political channel, right? Political content. If you don't want to listen too much about mindset, but you want to listen more about what I think politically, right? What I think about guns, abortion, fucking the economy, shit like that. Things that affect everyone in the country. Fucking, you can check out Herson Villatoro TV. That's the handle on most of my accounts, except for Twitter. The Twitter handle is Herson V_TV, right? Check me out on all those. Stuff in Pockets, same handle everywhere. But yeah, really appreciate you. Check me out. I'll talk to you soon.